Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Garage. I'm Scott, the Ordinary Guy. Figured I'd give a little update on where I'm at with the El Camino. I've been working a lot lately, so I haven't been able to concentrate any block of time to working on it. I've just been kind of coming in here and tinkering little bits here and there over the past couple of weeks, but I have made a lot of progress on it, and so I kind of want to go over that. And we got a couple little things we can get done to it today. But funny thing, while I've been at work, because I've been home a lot lately, and so whenever Bob shows up, my UPS guy, he just comes straight to the shop, and I get my stuff and everything's, whatever. But when I was at work, my wife sent me a text with these pictures of these 3 big boxes in it, and said, hey, you got some stuff, and not that she's, doesn't get upset that I order stuff, but it was just kind of funny. So it made me think, I'm like, you know what, I've been spending a lot of time and effort on the El Camino lately and some of my other stuff. So you know what, it's about time that I do something around the house, just, spread my love out a little bit. So what I did, we got started on a gazebo that we've been talking about building for a long time. And we made a lot of progress over last weekend, and I think I'll get it finished up this weekend. So just a quick little picture. So as you see, it's coming along pretty good. I mean, I call it a gazebo. My wife calls it a pavilion. But whatever, it's going to be a cool place. We'll be able to sit down underneath it and enjoy the view and do whatever grown-ups do. The other thing that does, besides, get other things done around here, is over here, you can see there's this steel rack that's on the wall here. I built that about 10 years ago. I always wanted a steel rack. It's kind of like one of them hot button things. You got to have one. Well, I had to have that steel rack. So I built it, and I put all the steel on it that I had, and so there's steel that's been on there for 10 years, and there's steel that I've owned for longer than that 10 years that has also been on there, or that's on there, and it's a catch-all. I got headers hanging off of there, I hang wheel, I mean, what you name it, it's been on there, and it takes up about 20 feet of that wall and about 4 foot deep. I got a mini fridge over here, I got a water heater, and I got a little sink that's just piled in the corner because I can't use this wall. So anyways, building the pavilion, gazebo, whatever, has taken a lot of steel off of that rack right there. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a loft. I have a 13-foot ceiling in here. So I'm going to build a loft across the back section of my shop here over the lathe and a few things here. It'll be about 4 feet deep, and you may be able to stand up there, but it's really just to store stuff is the whole deal. And that'll get that rack almost completely gone, and whatever's left of the steel I'll probably just take down and scrap or whatever. Maybe I'll shove some pieces up on top of the loft because I'm a guy. It's hard to get rid of things, kind of a pack rat. But anyways, enough about all that. The El Camino is it. That's why we're here. So I'll go ahead and take the camera down, flip it around, and go over some of the stuff that we've done and get into what we're going to do. All right, well, I got the engine all together. It's looking pretty good. Originally, when I fired it up, I had the quadrijet carburetor on it, and it had been rebuilt when I got the car. It came as a rebuilt carburetor, but the throttle shafts has a ton of play in them, and so I'm going to have to put new bushings in them because I had a heck of a time. I was trying to get it to, I couldn't even get the timing down near where it was supposed to be. I couldn't get anything adjusted on it, so what I ended up doing was taking one of my Hollies, my extra Holly carburetors that I had in my storage and put on here. And even then it was giving me a little bit of trouble, a little bit of leaking and stuff, a little frustration. You can see I kind of rigged up a fuel line out of whatever. I'll get that all fixed, but it runs and it's tuned and timed and it runs pretty good. So I'm good with it for right now. The other issue here, I have it apart a little bit right now. The other issue is the radiator cover that goes on there. These rubber sorry for the shake. These rubber things, because this is a big block, it has a large radiator in it, so you need specific rubbers for it. And I have those now, but now they don't even want to fit in these right. So I ended up making an order just a few minutes ago to order those pieces in so I can get that all taken care of. The body is pretty much all together. I'll close down the hood. The body is all together pretty much now. I don't have a front bumper on it yet. These are Auto Metal Direct, you know, all of the body pieces. I used Auto Metal Direct for it. And it all fits up really nice. There's no shims or anything in it right now. I just bolted it on. It's not fitted properly. It's on there and it works. The hood closes, the doors open and close. It's good enough for now. Next step after the car, you know, I get through this phase of it is going to be body and paint, and that's when I'll worry about trying to align everything before I pull it back apart to paint. But that's where I'm at with that. Auto Metal Direct, good stuff, good quality stuff. So anyways, the wheels, I just got those. Those are Vision is the brand. It's a 15x8 wheel. These are a dual bolt pattern where they have the 4.5 and the 4 3/4. But I got them from Discount Tire, and they advertised them for $85 each. Summit Racing had them for $55 a piece. And so they, Discount Tire matched the price for Summit, which one of the things I had read about these wheels is sometimes you get them and they have a hard time getting balanced. So I thought it was important that I bought the wheel and the tires from the same place, mounted, balanced, and everything. So that way, if they were one of those wheels that was having a hard time balanced, it was on them and not on me to try to ship it back. So that's why I did it like that. You know, for the price, it's pretty good. The center caps, my original ones wouldn't fit. I mean, they went in there and they snapped in, but they were loose. So I didn't want to take a chance of losing one of the original center caps. So I also got these caps. They were like 14 bucks a piece. They're super cheap. They're plastic, but they look good. You know, they'll work for a daily driver type car or a driver type car. The tires, obviously Cooper Cobra, 245, 60, 15. And it's really hard to see, but man, they sit in there really nice, and it really gives it a good heavy, not heavy, but a real muscle car-y look to it. So I'm really satisfied with that. My next step here, obviously the radiator stuff has got to come in and be dealt with. I have the bumper came in. So this is the second one. The first one came in, and this car didn't have bumpers when I got it. So had the bumper brackets that had been sandblasted, but no bumpers. So I ordered a bumper, and it came in, and it was actually for a Chevelle. It was I ordered an El Camino bumper, and it came in the box marked for El Camino, but it was actually a Chevelle bumper, and I was trying to figure out how the heck these brackets work, and then it finally hit me, wait a minute, it's the wrong bumper. So I got it from Summit Racing, and they went, no problem. They sent me another one. I sent that one back and got the right one. The brackets are all painted and ready to go. All right, so got the bumper. Now that it's the correct bumper, the brackets all fit on there. I don't know if you can, yeah, see the brackets all fit in there. Really simple to figure out once it went in there. It was driving me crazy. I'm like, why don't these brackets fit? Wrong bumper. Oh well. Anyways, I got them all on there where it looks like they go. I tightened them on. Everything looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it underneath the car. You know, the picture I showed of the 3 boxes that showed up. One of them was the bumper, which was the wrong one. We sent that back. Already been over that. The other one was tailpipes. I have exhaust that comes back to a couple of Flowmasters, and then it had tailpipes at one point that got cut off. And so I bought a set of Flowmaster 2.5 inch, the mandrel bent tailpipes, and they're gonna come out the back underneath the bumper. So I need to get the bumper on so I can get the tailpipes on so I can have them run out of the back. The third box was actually, I believe that was parts for my son's little Nissan truck that he just put a fuel pump in. So that's what the 3 boxes were. So anyways, we're gonna put the bumper on right now and hopefully get it all tightened up. So let me drop the camera down so you can see what we're doing. Go ahead and get this in here, I guess. It's gonna do it one man style. I'm gonna use the, I guess you can't see it, but I got the bumper sitting on the dog bed because the dogs are inside and they're not gonna use it. It's raining a little bit today and it echoes in the shop here and it scares the crap out of my dog, you know, to have all that noise. Go figure, she's one of those killer pit bulls, scared of everything. But anyways, let's see if we can get this up there. Figure if I can get one bolt in on one side, then I could swing it up. Man, their dog bed smells. Whew. Take the other side loose so I can get around the hinge. Yeah, it's sitting on the hinge right there. There we go. We got it. We got it. No reason to take it loose. I just put the bolts in whichever way was going to be easiest, but I want to go into the frame and that way the nut and washer's on the inside. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be, but that's how it seems to me would look best, I guess. I don't know. All right, so that's about a wrap on what I'm doing for right now. I got the rear bumper on. It's not perfect. In fact, it's sitting off to the side a little bit, you know, by about, you know, 3/8 of an inch, whatever. I'll have to fix that, figure out how I can get that to move over. But it's on. Now I'll be able to do the exhaust. I'll do another video of putting on the tailpipes and all that. I'm waiting on the parts for the underneath the hood. I ordered a hose for the power steering reservoir to go down to the power steering pump because that leaks. So I ordered that, and then I ordered hopefully the correct rubber isolator bushings for the radiator. Hopefully they're the right ones this time. This will be my 3rd set, so hopefully they're correct. And then that'll pretty much be it. I do have a front bumper for it, but it's down in California, and I was gonna go down and pick it up and visit my kids and my grandkids at the same time, but then this whole coronavirus thing started, so we can't travel. And so I got a couple little babies down there I haven't seen yet that were just born, so that kind of sucks. Anyways, but we will make it through it, and we will get down there, and I'll get my bumper, and I'll hold a grandkid in each arm. It's gonna be awesome. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at right now with it. I can't drive it because I can't register it, because the DMV's closed for another week or two, and then I'll have to get an appointment. Fortunately, DMV here is pretty cool. It's not hard to deal with, but it's still probably going to take a while since they were closed for a long time. So I can't drive it, but I'm getting really close. My plan is tailpipes, get the engine finished underneath there, get it registered, and then I'm going to start looking at seeing if I could find somebody that could help me do the paint and body work on it. I know a couple of people, so I'm gonna go talk to a couple people and see, because I'm not very good at paint and body, and I sure would like to learn though. So that would be some really cool videos. I really look forward to maybe doing something like that. So anyways, thanks for listening to me ramble and hanging out with me, and please like, subscribe, tell your friends, do whatever. Thanks again, and stay safe. I will see you next time.